Hey everyone, I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of the underside of the 52 Singer 4AD Roadster, since I have it up on the lift and I've got space underneath it right now. You can see in the back we've got lots of wire nuts, which we'll take care of. New fuel tank that the previous owner had fabricated. Seems to work fine. Duck under here real quick. And let's see. Yeah, there's your fuel tank. I believe in front of it here is the old fuel tank. I'm not 100% sure. It looks pretty bad. Got the brakes. Everything needs a really good cleaning and greasing. We've got leaf springs back here for the rear suspension. I see some bushings that are pretty shot. Overall, though, the car has very little hard rust. There's some surface rust, but otherwise not too bad. The brakes on this are cable actuated on the rear and hydraulic on the front, which is interesting. The previous owner also put this fuel pump in line here, an electric fuel pump. It actually seems to work quite well. The car starts right up, and I get good fuel flow. See the differential, pretty greasy. Looks like the plug's leaking a little bit. I'll get that cleaned out. Take a look at that. Little dog bones there for the suspension. They're okay. They're a little perished, but I think they'll be fine for right now. And then there's the other hub, the other wheel. Move these drip trays out of the way quick. And we'll keep walking up here. Again, the lever shocks, I'll check those out. They're probably desperately in need of a rebuild. I can see some, when the previous owner had it, he basically put a straight pipe back with a resonator and it goes out the side, so we've got a side pipe on it. Sounds pretty cool, but it's not original that way. You can see again under here, there's some surface rust, but there's no hard rust through anywhere. So it's in really nice shape underneath. Overall, drive shaft dusty, but looks pretty good. Let's move forward again. And here we can see the main X brace for the frame. Again, no real significant rust. It's all surface rust. Interesting. You see this silver substance here. Up here, looks suspiciously like silver painted plywood. That is correct. The floors in this car from the factory were made from plywood. So those are correct and possibly original to the car. Moving forward here as we get closer to the engine. Got the linkage for the transmission. That needs to be looked into. That is extremely sloppy. We'll get that tightened up. I think that's the rear brake light. And then we've got the transmission fill plug, which again is leaking a bit. Got a nasty little hole right there in the bell housing. To figure something out for that. This is the drain plug for the oil. I've recently replaced the seal on it with an O-ring that seems to have stopped it from leaking. It was pouring right back out. Up front, there's your hydraulic brakes. Again, they need some attention. Everything in here just needs a really good cleaning first. There's our positive battery wire. It is a positive ground car. Okay, that's the oil filter canister right there. So there's a canister style oil filter on the other side. Someone's just continued to pump grease into this thing over and over and over again without ever clearing out the old grease. We've got front coils. I'm quite certain those shocks are past it. We'll get and look in those at some point. Front cross member, again, a lot of grease, no rust. Looking up in there, you can see the generator. And over here, the coil on that side. But again, all the metal is really nice. No real rust issues at all to speak of. Again, the tie rods probably need to be replaced. I'll clean them up and grease them and evaluate them from there. And then the front suspension looks pretty good. Otherwise, everything underneath looks really nice. This car, I was told, has not been exposed to any rain since 1964, when the person I bought it from bought it. I believe that to be the case just based on how clean everything is under here. So this should be an interesting project. We're finally getting some time to jump in on this. So over the next couple weeks, I'll shoot some videos. Over the winter, I'm hoping to replace all this rainbow colored wiring and wire nuts with proper wiring. I have a wiring harness that a gentleman in the UK made for me. But otherwise, yeah, it's a very solid car.